Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Crimson Farrell. Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the probably top 5 2A units you should do on your path along in the beginning of the game. I had someone ask about, what should I do first, second, and so on from there. And really it's just 5 units, I think, personally, that are going to set you up for the rest of the game, and then beyond that it's whatever you guys would like to do. So those 5, I would start with Crow. Pretty obvious why. I mean, it's literally who I started the game with my first 2A when I started this account. But he just does so much. I mean, massive damage here, branding, teaming up here, decreased defense. Just he's got nice base speed too, good stats here. Like, he's a fantastic unit. He's a destroyer. I think everybody builds him. However, there is a way that you could do the beginning of the game without him to begin with. So you can also start with Spectra right away. So I originally had said just do Crow and then Spectra, and then from there whatever. But you could also just start the game straight out with Spectra. Highest base speed in the game, attack bar pushback, attack break, speed break. Nice damage here based on enemy max HP, some damage here based on your speed. He's great for TOA, he's great for dragons, but he's also really, really good in the Second Awakening dungeons. So if you want to use him there, I would, if you guys want to go for the dot team right away, I would just build a Spectra and then move into then Sath and then Tattoo. So we'll take a look at Sath here next. Sath requires that you have an attacker, or like an attack type, a defense type, HP type, support type. So by doing Spectra right away, you can use Spectra in here, and that'll help a lot. And then he takes up your attack slot. He's got 2 AoEs before you Second Awaken him. So you could put some sort of damage, or just make sure you put runes on them. You're going to use them anyway. They don't have to be the same runes you're going to use for giants. But put something on him so you can potentially push up into that next higher level, like from level 3 to level 4, because you're going to be doing it a lot faster in level 4 of the Second Awakening dungeons. But you can use Spectra and then move right into here. And then a great HP type to go with that, and the 5th unit on this list actually is Vigor here. So Vigor is really solid. He's really nice for the HP typing. So you can get him very easily just summoning him. He's a 3-star. You can throw him in with the Spectra Sath, and then you need defense after that. Defense could be, that could be the Fire Panda if you go for fusing the Fire Panda like right away. But there's a lot of different things you could put there. You could put a Bella Dion as well. So here, obviously a very easily farmable unit. Then you've got Vigor, Bella, and you're moving into then doing, with your Sath and Spectra, you can get Sath done pretty fast. And but anyway, moving back into here. So to reiterate, you can start with Crow as number 1, and then Spectra, and then Sath, and then Tattoo. Or you can just start with Spectra and then Sath and then into Tattoo. So Tattoo needs a full fire team. That's why it's very, very nice to have Spectra and Sath done first. Then you have something that can deal some dot damage, do some debuffs. You've got Spectra for debuffs and attack bar pushback. You've got her. And you can just throw in any healer, really, that you can find. It doesn't have to be a healer. You can bring in something like a Verti heal. You can bring in a Rauk. Colleen works. The Fire Panda can work in that slot. I would say the best unit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find just, yeah, I think I just have to look. Oh, I can do, of course, I can just do healing, recover HP. So, okay, so Colleen, obviously AoE, heal and attack power buff. You can use Verd, attack bar pushing is great. Hua-He, I think, is the best, though, if you happen to pull her. Although, pretty limited use for Hua-He. You might not want to build her just so you can do that extra stage higher. I wouldn't do it just for that. She is usable later for the Windrift Beast. She could be usable for some guild content. She does have a guild leader skill. But you know, if you don't have any interest in using her for the Rift Beast for whatever reason, and you just you just don't think you'd ever use her past just Second Awakening Tattoo, then don't look into her. Definitely do a Colleen or a Verd or Rauk. Like I had said before, Rauk is fantastic even when he's not 2-aid. He's not a healer, but yeah. Anyway, a lot of different things that are relatively free to play can help for the Tattoo team. And then beyond that, again, number 5 would be Vigor, which is down here. So Vigor, he's just, I mean, he's got fantastic base speed, weirdly low defense, but he makes up for it in HP. He's got decent attack too. He hits pretty hard with this skill, decreases enemy defense, and then does damage based on your max HP. This skill heals by 20%, increases your ally attack speed, and decreases the chance of allies receiving critical hits for 2 turns, which is not the same thing as glancing. So when you look at passives like Jubel's and like Susano, which is the water, that's the dark vagabond and the water ninja, they have passives that decrease the chance of getting hit with a critical hit, which is not a glancing, it's just decreasing the enemy's crit rate. And if you stack that with this, which I actually plan to do, I actually plan to make a Guild War team of Susano, Jubel, and Vigor, and that'll be like my first guild battle video, a free-to-play team there. I don't know if anyone's made up that team before. I haven't seen it anywhere, so I feel like I made it up. But if someone else made it up, then I'm not trying to steal somebody's credit or whatever. If someone else made it up before me, then hopefully it works pretty well. I haven't seen it. And then the first skill disturbs enemies' HP recovery for 1 turn. So fantastic bruiser kit here. Yeah, I mean, Vigor is just usable in a lot of different places, especially when you have Vigor and Spectra, something that is reducing the chance of your team getting crit on and giving you extra attack speed and healing and doing some damage, some bruiser damage. And then you have Spectra, who is pushing back attack bar and decreasing attack and attack speed. You have 2 really fantastic units for Second Awakening dungeons. They're both 3 stars, so if you're in the Kazran thing, if you're farming up an Inugami skill ups or whatever you're doing, like those 2 together and the Second Awakening dungeons is really, really strong. So those are the first 5 units I would do. Definitely some honorable mentions here, though. I'm just going to look through here quick. Obviously, Tattoo's already on the list. This guy is relatively strong as well. He provokes as a counterattack chance, does damage based on max HP, and decreases attack power, and provokes all enemies again, damage based on max HP, different things. He's very strong. But like the 6th and 7th slot for me would go to Lulu here. Just fantastic healing, removing debuffs, putting immunity up for the team, and then the Jubel here. Unbelievably strong. Obviously, Darian's great for Rift Raid and stuff. And he can be used in guild content as well, kind of. It depends on how you build him, but Jubel is really, really strong. He provokes single target damage based on max HP, decreases the chance of getting hit by a critical hit, and decreases the skill cooldown of yourself, so you can provoke constantly with the skill. Great base speed, great base HP and defense. He's just really very strong. You don't need any attack on him since it's based on max HP. So Lulu and Jubel are very, very strong. But there's a few other ones in here too, like the these 2 are always good for TOA or whatever. The Mystic Witch here looks very strong for TOA as well. Jultan and Ashir are very strong bruisers as well. There's other stuff too, but I would say the top 7 there are very strong. The first 5, though, is definitely what I would do for the first 5. I would do Crow, Spectra, Sath, Tattoo, Vigor, or and you're going to have Vigor built, hopefully, to help you with your Sath team. Maybe you could find a different HP unit to put in there. It might be you could summon something that helps, but Vigor's the free-to-play option that I'm throwing out there. Or if you want to go for the dot team right away, you could do Spectra, Sath, Tattoo, Vigor, and then back into Crow for the 5th one. So, because even if you're not using Crow for Giants, you just want to go for the dot team right away, he's still really good for Rift Beasts, guild content, arena stuff. Like, he hits very, very hard, so he's still worth it. But anyway, that's all for this video. If you guys disagree, as always, put whatever you think down below, what you guys think your top 5 or 7 should be, whatever order you guys would do it in. But anyway, that's all for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see everybody next time.